Yo, what is up guys, Beach Banana here, and today we have another PUBG Mobile gameplay. So I just recorded this, I'm about to talk about it, but a lot of people have been talking about how low quality the gameplay is, and I'm like, yes, I know, I have it there for a purpose, and I'm going to show you why in multiple instances in this gameplay. For some reason, it's either unoptimized or the devices that we have currently cannot run it. Since I have the iPad Pro 10.5 inch, the second generation, the one you can buy right now, that one's the most powerful iOS device so far, I believe. Actually, the iPhone X is probably faster, but this is the fastest iPad. So with this, even with the highest settings on, you're still going to be lagging in multiple instances, and I'm going to definitely show you in this gameplay because I get a chance to like get all the 4X's and 8X's and stuff like that. But get that first kill, that's the start of the game. Finally, quickly pick up that gun. I'm not going to use it for very long. However, this gameplay was quite the struggle. And like you'll see, trust me, if you do watch past this part. But I'll actually just stick with me here. But right now we're just getting all the equipment needed. Got that car 98, I believe, car 98. Oh god, if I'm skipping on the names, I'm sorry. But anyways, yes, get that AK armament. Yikes, I'm so bad. M16. So I did change my settings a little bit with my HUD. It was sometimes when I exit out of the game and re-enter the game, or I press a button or something, I don't reset the settings for the HUD, but it resets it for some reason just a little bit. Over here, really cringe aim. Like, I can't aim with this FPS, and also like the stability and optimization of the aiming and whatnot of the entire game is pretty bad, so it's kind of hard to control without auto aim. I do have auto aim off because I believe that long range, when you have the 4X and 8X with assault rifles as well as snipers, your auto aim is gonna move it towards somebody's head or somebody's body, and that's gonna be bad because you do want to hit past their head or body. You kind of want to predict their movement in order to get a long range shot down. And what irritated me was that auto aim would often just not do that. I'd be basically fighting the game for auto aim. So I see two people over here take shots, but with the lag, like, I don't know if you guys can feel it or see it, but I can definitely feel it. And if you guys do get a chance to play PUBG on mobile on iOS, and turn it up all the way to highest settings, it's really bad, trust me. Like, I'm trying to show it to you guys how aiming in and aiming out, the difference between that. It's really weird because when you aim in, you lose like 40 to 50 FPS. It's crazy. But when you aim out, it goes back to 60 or around there, and then it feels so much smoother. Also, the footsteps in this game, the sound is really bad. If you're inside a building and another person is inside the God, I can't speak today. Another person is inside the building with you. It'll be really hard to determine what room they are in, and you kind of just have to, try to figure out where they are. But oh my god, I get chunked down really low. I start juking them out, hopefully try and get in there with 20 FPS, but that's the daily struggle. Successfully, I pick up that painkiller and start chugging. But yeah, that kind of turned out into an adventure, kind of. But other things I wanted to talk about, let's see. Oh yeah, I started playing. Okay, no, I didn't start playing, but I did play one game of Rules of Survival. Not to brag or anything, but I won that game. It was kind of weird. I was still messing around with the settings, but like everyone else was just looking at me and then not shooting. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna shoot you even though I'm like missing all these shots. The auto aim just assisted me, but overall, Rules of Survival feels nice as an FPS, but it's just bad. Like, it doesn't feel good. I don't know really how to describe it, but it's the overall atmosphere. You feel like you're walking in or running in quicksand. You can't. It's such a weird game. and I don't know why a lot of people like it. Maybe it's just because a whole bunch of like 12-year-olds or whatever, they really enjoy that cartoony Fortnite kind of looking thing with auto aim. That isn't too hard, but at the same time you still have to like have some game sense. I also ran over another person. It was really fun. But yeah, Rules of Survival, I highly do not recommend getting that game. It's not too fun. Over here, I'm trying to shoot this guy down, and I'm panicking so hard because I have like 20% HP, and it's not a good situation, guys. As well as with this FPS, I'm sorry if I'm complaining about the FPS, but it's all I can do at the moment. So like I check over here, nobody, and I see him, and oh my god, I'm so low. So I try and like, please get a side swipe headshot, just please, and I'm like going back and forth. You can even like see it on the screen. I have this at 60 FPS recording, however my like processor just, or the game itself, won't really play. So I don't know how I got this kill, but I was successful in getting that kill. I get the 8x, which I put on my sniper. It's gonna be really fun. Just kidding. It's really fun at the very lowest settings, sorry. Because you don't lag. It doesn't render like all the bushes and stuff, and the whole like PUBG experience, you don't really feel that. You kind of feel Knives Out in a sense, because Knives Out is pretty low graphics. However, if you do have the low settings enabled, you'll be able to see at 8x 4x smooth, and that's so nice for sniping. That's the best thing about that. But yeah, once you take away all the graphics, PUBG is just another it's just another like royale, another battle royale. That guy got unlucky. I kind of feel bad for him. But yeah, once you take away the graphics of PUBG, it kind of just becomes another battle royale, which I didn't really want. So I probably have to wait a little longer, probably a lot longer, since the Chinese company is not really too good at communicating, at least in English terms, because they are Chinese, and they have their different platforms like WeChat and another one. I forget the name of it, but anyways, on Twitter they kind of pulled back from it for some reason, and okay, so I see this guy, and do you feel that? Oh, wait, hold up, let me just go. Oh, no, dude, no, and somehow I still get that kill. Oh my god, dude, it's so rough with the 8x. It's either luck, or you kind of have to like time it right when you swipe across the screen. But I guess that's what you're sacrificing for these beautiful graphics. Oh my goodness, the graphics on this game is like the best. But yeah, that's what you're sacrificing, and it's kind of sad, but this guy is stacked. I kind of feel bad for killing him, but at the same time, he didn't really use his map to look at what direction. Oh wait, did I have a suppressor already on my gun? I'm not exactly sure. But suppressors in this game are the most OP things ever, because I don't think they show up, or either they don't show up as much on the map, or you'd have to be closer. And the map is really the most powerful thing in this game. If you really think about it, when you're looking around, and you want to see a speck, like a pixel of a person, that's going to be really hard. But once you look on the map and you see what area they're in when they're shooting, that's way easier to determine where they are located. And I've used that multiple times to figure out where the action is going and where it is coming from. Let's see, I watched a recent video on like the differences between the PC PUBG and the mobile PUBG, and there are quite a bit of differences. The map is a little bit different, and like, you know, you got the auto aim and the auto pickup and a whole bunch of other stuff. But like in general, the graphics are, like, at least for me, pretty similar. But you do have to account that I run on like extreme low settings. Well, technically I run on like high view distance, but like lower settings, basically what Shroud plays on. But I do get like pretty bad FPS on my PC since I'm running some terrible stuff. And that's probably why most people want to go towards this mobile PUBG. They have a phone, they have a tablet, or either or. But they don't really have a good PC. And also with the prices of graphics cards at the moment, the 1080 going for like $1,100 plus, that's actually insane. And it's probably one of the reasons why mobile PUBG is probably so popular. And like, I don't know, there are bots in this game. At first on Twitter and in my previous game, I didn't know, previous video, I didn't know that there were bots. I kind of like speculated that there were bots because they were just like looking up at me and like doing small amounts of damage. However, like once like it became clear after a while, I was like, okay, yeah, this guy's a bot. And I kill multiple bots in this game, but I still do pretty well with playing at like 15 FPS. I gotta admit. So over here, pretty sketch. If you guys haven't already played the PC version, there are most likely bridge campers, and spoiler alert, there ends up being one. However, he does not know what is going on. I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna take my time, and like, nice spray, nice M16 spray. The thing with the M16 is that it's a 3-bullet burst, and so you can't control it as well because you are on mobile. And so every time you do shoot, you have to tap, and your aim gets a little bit changed. That's what I've noticed. If you do have, and that's kind of what I've like gotten into a habit of doing, which is kind of bad, because once I get like the Scar H or the M4, and I can automatically shoot without having to keep tapping it, that kind of increases my accuracy. But with my habit, I kind of decrease my accuracy. It's weird. But yeah, I do get that kill. Let's see, there's a lot of customization in this game, and I really like it. The only thing I don't like is that, like, some of these events, the items, you don't really get to keep. Some of them, not all of them. But like, yeah, sometimes like the skirt that I have on, I really want to keep it because it's really funny. You get to see the guy's undies, the dirty undies. But yeah. What else? Let's see, there's the other, like, I'm looking at like DMs and stuff with this. I have this group chat of Knives Out and PUBG, and we're just like talking about different stuff. But let's see, Knives Out, yeah, I kind of got bored of that. Ooh, nice little headshot. I think that guy's a bot. But yeah, nice little headshot anyways with the great FPS. What happened? Wait, hold up. In a million years or something, no, I'm just kidding, but if there was a chance for this game to go 120 FPS and it'd be like that amount the most of the time, that'd be so nice. And also, you'd have a feature installed where you would not be able to add any different assisting devices, I guess, like for example limiting controls and not having it on PC. Because that kind of just takes away from it. You can't really like do that because like you can't put a restriction on an emulator that's out on the internet, which is a great idea. But like, if you're gonna be able to run this on your computer, you should just be playing the PC version. At least, I mean, it is free to play, which is probably the idea going behind that, like how to play PUBG on PC for free, like that type of title. But yeah, I'm sorry if I'm getting boring. Hopefully I am not. What else do I want to talk about? Do you see how like when I scope in, it like gets really laggy, and then when I scope out, it goes back to normal? It's really weird. And I do not like it. My head started hurting just a little bit after that. But I mean, let me go check the questions from my previous video right now. I'm looking it up. 5,700 views. Oh my god, thank you guys so much. I haven't been active like at all, and you guys still support me. Damn. All right, let's see. This guy says, TFK says, XD, I run 60 FPS on medium on Snapdragon 435. Okay, yeah, that's what I've noticed. I went on my phone, on my OnePlus 5, and I downloaded the game and I was testing around, and it feels so smooth on the highest settings. And I have a Snapdragon 835 in my OnePlus 5, and yeah, it feels really nice. However, my OnePlus 5's touch latency is actually batshit insane. I'm sorry, but yeah, it feels like 200 milliseconds of lag. It's terrible, and people online have been having this issue as well. However, others have been criticizing us, saying that, oh no, it's just, you know, it's just what's that word? I'm not sure, but basically they're telling us there's no lag, and I'm just like, bro, there is lag. I can literally feel it in my fingers, and it triggers me so hard when people are saying that, like, it's not there. And I'm like, okay. So I researched so many hours of trying to figure out how to fix the MS, the lag between my touch to the screen and the actual response of the display and the graphics performance. And I've went across this thread where what you need to do is you need to root the device and download a certain like a profile, and with that you'll be able to change the settings of the touch feel, or no, it's not touch feel, it's a certain word. It's like when you drag your finger across the screen, like that response time, you could switch or change that. And I think Android Oreo like purposefully makes it slower so it's smoother, it looks smoother, but it actually isn't. It slows down the touch movement speed. At least that's what I've seen on the forums. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not an engineer, although when I did try and talk to the engineers at OnePlus, they were saying that, like, I don't have any issues and I should, like, factory reset. And when I did factory reset, it was the same issue. So I got the OnePlus 3T, same issue. OnePlus 5, same issue. I don't understand. They said in their advertisement that they actually, like, hardcore focused on this issue, but turns out nope, they didn't. At least for me. Maybe my devices are just wrecked, but yeah, that was a struggle to kill that guy. I could have done it with the M4 easily. I was just messing around, making sure you guys see this lag. You guys have probably looked away. It's so bad. But let's see. Abdullah Ayaz Kondoker. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong, but he says, glad to see you back, Beach. I really missed your vids. I hope that I'd see some gameplay of PUBG on the PC, but as if by luck, it was meant to be PUBG Mobile for the mobile YouTuber. Hell yeah, dude. So yeah, as I said before, my settings are pretty bad for on PC, and it gets really frustrating because I don't want to be losing to my PC. I want to be losing to other players. Like, for example, I don't want to be losing to the game. I want to be losing to other players so I can learn from that instead of complaining about low FPS, and like the reason why I was losing is because of the hardware bottleneck. But here I throw a grenade. I heard this guy indoors, and I'm just messing around. Like, you know, I know this guy's indoors and it's kind of hectic, but I see him right. The sound is so weird. Like, trust me, you can hardly find where, like, the exact position of this guy. So he's there. I kind of missed those shots, but he still doesn't know what's going on. This guy, okay, so Il Lobo Solitario, he asks, what's your sensibility? I think that was sensitivity, but my sensitivity is like 150 to like 160, like moving around, and the rest is pretty much the same as like the normal settings. Let's see. Is there any way of getting this in English? Currently, there is not. There's no way of getting this in English. Hopefully, they patch it soon where everything's translated, and hopefully, they get new servers. I'm going to be talking about a list that I posted on Twitter of like the things that, in my opinion, would be how to fix and make this game the best mobile game in the history of mobile games. But let's see. So yeah, there's no English version right now. I'm just so used to the settings through Google Translate that I basically know where everything is at by now. All right, let's see. Quan and Geo. Sorry, but how do you spot people? Like, I have my graphics on balance and I can't see shit. I never use headphones though. Great video as always, Beach. Oh, thanks. So spotting people, okay, it's kind of like I said before, you want to use your map to the fullest extent. So for example, if you get, also if you do get shot, you know where it's gonna be coming from a little bit from the angle that you got shot from. It'll like show it up as like what's the color, green/blue, when you're getting hit by the damage. And you can kind of evade that by going near trees. Always go near trees, because those will be your cover. I've had instances where I'm like kill greedy, like blood hungry, and I'm just out in the open messing around, you know, like flicking left and right, killing some people. But at the end of the day, like, I do get shot and killed because I don't have any cover, which sucks. So yeah, spawning people, also you want to look at their gun flare, not the flare, but man, I'm gonna be getting like criticized in the comments down below, but basically when you shoot a gun, you know, fire comes out of it, the sparks. Oh man, I'm gonna look this up after and post it in the edit. But yeah, you want to be looking for that too, because it is quite bright, but since you're on such a small screen, it is kind of gonna be harder to see. Also, if you do have a larger device, you're gonna be seeing more, since this is a mobile game and iPads have the largest real estate for the performance of this game that is needed. So yeah, Beach Banana, what graphics options are you on though? So for that video, the previous video, I'm on low settings, and for the most part I am on the lowest settings possible. I do like in the settings you'll have three, like in the graphics settings at least, you'll have three different parts. If the first part, you want to set it to highest, because that's the highest FPS possible. The second one is like your graphics, and if you set that to like the medium or higher, it'll give you another bar, which will give you a little more graphic options. But if you set the second bar to the lowest, it won't show the third bar. So just set everything lowest that's what I recommend, because of this game and how unoptimized it is, or either our hardware isn't optimized. I'm not sure. In the beginning of Knives Out, however, there was the same issue where like looking at long distances through 8x and 4x, oh my god, this car was such a savior. It was crazy. But anyways, in Knives Out, when it first came out, the 8x and 4x, it was really hard to shoot because it was laggy, and I hope it's the same with this game too, because I hope they optimize it in a way that we can have the high settings and the like nice gameplay with the good FPS. So yeah, let's see. Karar Mohammed, congrats, he said. I won with my shitty 980 ping. Yup. If you look at the top corner, let's see, I can't really see it, it's around 230, 200 ping. I installed this like VPN thing, which would get my settings to be, or get my ping to be a little lower, but it didn't really change much. So yeah. Noob says, see you next month. Yup, see you next month. Sorry about that. Let's see. Bro, please tell me some tip to improve my movements in game. I find hard to move accurately and clear houses. Ultra Natum Max. So okay, so make sure you're at the lowest settings so you get the best FPS possible. But when you are in this, oh my god, this buggy gets so glitched, it's really weird. But anyways, so you want to always be moving. The thing about this game, and it's kind of weird with the customization, you see at the top right now, you can access the different items that you can pick up. You can't change that button, so you have to move your fingers to pick up items that you want. That is super irritating, and that should be a change as well in the customizable HUD However, that isn't, and that's very irritating. But anyways, improving your movement in games. So let's see. You always want to be moving around, and if you're healing, just crouch. That's kind of what I've seen through Shroud. I kind of follow what Shroud does and did when he was playing PUBG. I mean, he still plays PUBG, but yikes, this FPS is terrible. I do not know how I managed to get this guy. Just kidding, I do. It's kind of a like slick flick. But here we're just like, I'm peeking so hard too, heart right. I should have like peaked by using my yikes, I'm forgetting the words. The side view, what is it, kneel? No, man, I can't, I'm so bad. I'm gonna edit this part. But anyways, yeah, you always want to be moving around, and when you're clearing houses, I'm still trying to improve on this as well, because clearing houses with 200 ping against Koreans who have like 20 ping is very hard, and you often get like destroyed by machine guns and shotguns because they are just so effective. And yeah, I try to stay out of houses as much as possible, and try to get in the middle of the ground, or at least away from houses, and see if hear if anybody is inside. But always just be aware with your headphones on as well, knowing at least where they are in a little bit, because like I said before, the sound isn't too good. But yeah, just keep on moving around, and like if you see somebody, don't pounce right away, because sometimes they, like if you're playing in squads, at least there might be 2 or 3 people going in through that same building. I've had that instance happen to me. But let's see, I hope that answers your question. If you have more questions, just ask. Alexander Ozinger says, I play on my OnePlus 5, everything on ultra settings, and it runs better than any other game. Can't wait for the EU version, and hopefully it will be esports available, because in phones it's pure skill like on PC. Yeah, so like I don't know, people have the OnePlus 5 and they're playing perfectly fine. I know Bloody Duck Gaming has a OnePlus 3T and he loves that thing, and it works perfect for him, and I'm like, what how do you play with so much lag, so much input lag? It's crazy. But yeah, it works for some people, and yeah, hopefully it comes to US, EU, and other regions, because that would be so much fun. And esports, yeah, I mean, this could actually become a pretty big esport, mobile gaming. I'm wondering, although with the aimbot though, because, or not aimbot, but I don't think I have seen any hackers. I do want to be able to, I need to turn on like this replay kit so I can see people kill me, but so I can like learn from my mistakes. But anyways, I wouldn't say it's exactly pure skill, but there is a lot of auto aim, and I hope, like, that's why I don't really like close quarters, because noobs just auto aim, and they're just like, okay, I see a guy, I press the shoot button and they die, and that happens to me. So let's see. Easy Cafe says, amazing shoots and best player in PUBG Mobile. Oh, thanks, Easy Shoots. Yeah, I mean, I got like 32 kills that one time. I thought it was all players. No, it wasn't. But yeah, that was kind of fun. And oh, please lag. There we go. We got it. 15 kills. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's probably gonna wrap up the gameplay. I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, have a great time. See you next time.